It's very hard to say specifically that there's any one or two or three things at Parker that have been influenced by the 10 Common Principles. They permeate everything we do here. The mission statement of the school is the 10 Common Principles, so whenever we have to make a decision, and particularly when we have to make difficult decisions, it's to the 10 Common Principles that we turn.
Well, this is our school. It's Francis W. Parker Charter Essential School, and it's a charter school in Massachusetts. And it's on a place called Devens, which used to be a military base, and this actually used to be the place where the children of people who worked on the military base went to school.
But now it's the only school on Devens. There are kids from about 45 different towns.
Some of our students drive 20 minutes to be at the school and some drive an hour. I think you would say this looks like a little old-fashioned elementary school. It's kind of squatty to the ground. It is state-of-the-art 1956. We are located here with our students, 368 students in grades 7 through 12. We're a regional school and we're in a regional place.
So this is the lobby. This is where a lot of kids spend a lot of their free time.
It's where people congregate. You meet up with your friends before carpool, sell tickets, do community service.
Lots of community service.
Kind of the center of the school.
It's all brick and it has artwork in it, and it's always got kids there. And they're talking or they're working or they're hunkered down in front of their computers.
In 11th and 12th grade, you have something called a discretionary hour, which you have an hour every day in which you can spend time doing homework, and a lot of people spend their time doing homework in the lobby here. And 2 hours a week you have to do service for the school. A lot of people do eat lunch here, and in the summer, if it's nice, we can eat out in the courtyard or out in front of the school. As this used to be an elementary school, it is pretty small, as you can tell, so a lot of the classrooms we have here serve several different purposes. There are always people doing different things in different rooms. This is the room where we have our algebra class, and right now it's actually a Division II Arts and Humanities class.
It triples as an advisory room.
And as a wellness room.
Quadruples.
Many times you wouldn't be able to know which one was the teacher because they're just in there. And what you wouldn't see is any lecterns or podiums. You would see a mix, and it would just always look like people together figuring something out. You know, they're just in the mix.
Wow.
Div 1's actually less busy than Div 2.
I know, it's incredible.
We accept students in 7th grade through 12th grade. But once our students come to us, we don't refer to them by their grade level from their old school. We have 3 divisions. Each roughly takes 2 years for a student to gateway out of, which is that they present themselves and their work in an exhibition that shows that they have met the standards and the criteria for moving successfully from one division to another. By the time Parker students graduate from our school, they have done 7 formal public exhibitions.
A lot of time is spent in the hallway, and a lot of people, when we split into smaller groups, some groups can go out and work in the hallway because classrooms, since they're so small, can get very loud. You can always find lots of artwork and lots of student work posted on the walls. I could do stuff like this and be like, it has meaning.
We turn that corner onto the Division II hallway, you would literally see anything. You could see students doing a physics experiment. You might see kids huddled in the hallway rehearsing something or doing peer editing.
As you can see, there are people working in the hallway.
Here we have something we did in algebra class today. We had a problem set of 10 different problems, and we made posters for each one of these problems and showed how we solved them and then put them on the walls outside so that everyone can come out and check their work during lunch or after school and see how other people solve the problems to kind of help them. So this is the library. This is actually where I spend a lot of my time now that I'm a senior.
I'm a junior and I spend a lot of time in here too. Using the computers, doing research. Occasionally we get kicked off computers because classes are competing for library space.
This is the teacher's room. This is where teachers spend a lot of their prep time when they're not teaching a class, where they can prepare for other classes or collaborate with one another about things they're doing.
There's a big table over there that they use for talking about curriculum and stuff. I would assume, because we're actually not allowed in here, we have to say student entering before we come in. They're always on the computers or
doing secret teacher things. I don't really know what goes on in here.
No.
When teachers are interested in being part of the faculty of this school, lots and lots of impulses motivate them. The common ground is twofold: a love of kids, but they also have sort of a personal drive to work differently with adults, because they know, or at least they believe, they have a strong hunch that working differently with adults is going to help them to be a better teacher.
It's advisory time. Let's go. If you're in the hall, please report to advisory.
It's bonding time.
Parker is really big on the bonding thing. We love to bond. So this is a room where advisory is currently going on. We spend 15 minutes every morning in advisory and 10 every afternoon, and it's a time when you just kind of get to hang out with the 12 or so people that are in your advisory and talk about how your day went. And this is kind of where it happens. This is where you get really close with your teachers and really get to know them well, and you're more equal, like you're on the same level. You really do get to be friends with your teachers.
I know.
And I have been to some of my teachers' houses.
It's randomly picked, and you get new kids every year. So
Being a junior and a senior, by the time we're in Division III, you've been in advisory with almost everyone in your grade and a lot of people in the grade below you, so you get to know everyone pretty well, and you have a relationship with practically everybody.
It's true.
In the grades around you.
Advisory sort of sums up the whole day. So
We're a public school. And so, operating as a public school, as we're committed to the 10 common principles, we are also bound by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Every law or issue about compliance or regulation that applies to the schools that surround us apply to this school. By the time our students are in 10th grade, this is the third year this is true, that they have passed all of the tests that stand as the state's graduation requirement. When I really think about the adults who graduate, the young adults who cross the stage at the end of senior year, they know something about themselves. They know what's hard. They know where they're going to be strong. They're a little consumeristic about their education because they've had to ask for what they need. They know good teaching. They know what's not good teaching. And so I think that space that entitles kids to a safe place to struggle is probably one of the unsung artifacts of really committed teaching when you're trying to reach every student and challenge them.